Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. If you know me, you know I usually drag the royal family. I'm going to put my face over royal racist King Charles's face. Go away. You know I drag them. They deserve it. They're horrible people. But the past few days, I have to say, I feel like I've not had to do a damn thing. Do you know why? Because everybody has had enough. And even I can't believe it. There are times when the British media throw tantrums and they say very unflattering things about Kate and her husband because they're not getting enough information, because they feel shut out by them. The royal deal, I believe, is we're going to cover for you and exaggerate for you, but you have to reciprocate and meet us halfway. Kate and William have forgotten their side of the bargain because not only have they not made themselves available in any meaningful way, which ergo is business for the Royal Rota tabloid pieces and the media as well, they have been spitting in everybody's face. Billy Idol and his on again off again cancer wife have moved into an 8-bedroom royal lodge accommodation with grounds and full effigy, yeah, on the taxpayers' dime. Don't even believe that nonsense that the taxpayers are not paying. Who's paying for the security? You are certainly not doing it, because if you were, Harry would not be fighting to get to pay for his own security. The taxpayers are footing the bill for the security. They are footing the bill for a lot of other things too that come with this ridiculous couple. Anyway, they've moved into their 8-bedroom lodge. Why, you ask? Because, and I quote, Kate needs it, guys. Guys, because of the trauma that has only ever happened to Kate and William, cancer. They need to move from the expensive, exclusive, tax-funded place. I don't know where that is. I think wherever it is they want to move from there to another extremely lavish 8-bedroom, tax-funded accommodation because Kate had cancer. Now look at the media backlash coming from it. It's been delicious and it's been from the right wing, and I'm living. Shout out to Feminegra, the only person that I ever take seriously when it comes to royal reporting, because she says it as it is. Feminegra calls out the fact that Kate Middleton, who, for those of you who follow me, you will recall I was recapping an article from Rebecca English where she got some tea from Kate and her mother following backlash when Kate did not show up for Ascot. Rebecca got a lot of information, guys. Apparently, Kate had 6-week chemotherapy last year. And that 6-week chemotherapy that she had, even though she didn't have cancer last year, has made it impossible for Kate in 2025, as at August, to do any work. Yes, guys, that is where we are. Let's read the article together. Recently, the media latched onto a new narrative. As usual, Kate Middleton is struggling after her cancer treatment. She's the first person in the world, guys. Reports claim that although her cancer is in remission, she still suffers emotionally and physically. What? Tires easily and finds it difficult to readjust to royal life. You have got to be fucking joking. Quote, behind closed doors, she's still struggling emotionally from the 6 weeks chemotherapy she didn't need but she took anyway, and tires a lot more easily. It's taking longer to readjust to royal life of doing absolutely fuck all after her cancer treatment. She's still not back to where she was before her diagnosis. Please, cancer sufferers, are you ever able to get back to where you were? And she's not sure she will ever be. Ooh! Which is why she's told William she needs a decent break before term starts in September. She's unofficially stepped back from royal duties this summer, and of course, William is wholly supportive. When the term starts in September, Kate is making it sound like as if she's a teacher and she's going back to school. Kate is going to continue doing fuck all, only that now her kids will be in school. This is just to let you know what's happening. Now, this should not surprise anyone. Back in September 2024, the palace released a glossy video where Kate declared she had finished chemotherapy. Do you guys remember that when she and her husband were almost having sex? It was gross. One of her key messages was that she will not return to working full time, at least not as before. What was she doing before, please? Her fans, please, in the chat, let me know what Kate was doing. I'm very keen. Articulate one thing Kate was doing before cancer. She openly admitted she had to take things slowly. That video prepared the public for exactly what we see now. Kate doing fuck all. Why critics question Kate's workload? The criticism is loud because from media outlets who generally kiss Kate's ass. However, now they are even asking, why doesn't she work as much as older royals such as Princess Anne or even her father-in-law King Charles, who, by the way, actually has cancer and is taking chemotherapy. Both carry out far more engagement despite Charles, I said it here, undergoing cancer treatment in his 70s. He is not cancer free, yet his workload puts the Princess of Wales to shame. This raises a key question. What exactly counts as a royal engagement? Ding 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 ding. At its core, it's not back-breaking labor. It really isn't. It means ribbon cuttings, meet and greets, hospital visits, school openings, charity photo ops, or christening a worship. These symbolic appearances define royal visibility. Here lies the contradiction. If Kate can take multiple vacations to Mustique, the French Alps, and Greece, why is she too fragile for routine appearances? T. The lazy royal label for Catherine Middleton and people are going to come to my chat. Look, see, it's all here. They were posting how she's the laziest person in the world before, even after Meghan came. But all of a sudden, because they wanted a weapon to beat the biracial black woman, they made Kate sound like as if she was infallible, which is why this lazy, coward, racist woman leaned into the press's sycophancy to punish her sister-in-law. Hell is not hot enough for Kate Middleton. Kate being lazy is nothing new. From the moment she married into the royal family, the label stuck. Let me even go on further. Kate has been in our consciousness, whether we like it or not, since she was 20. Please, her fans, come and tell me the one thing Kate has done as a millennial woman since you've been aware of her. The late Queen reportedly remarked on her reluctance to work. The press branded her Duchess Doolittle. More than a decade later, nothing has changed. She never increased her workload and the institution never forced her to, which raises the real question. Was Kate ever expected to work at all? What Diana's shadow taught William about choosing a wife? Oh, for goodness. Because it's feminine, right? Let me give her a chance. The truth goes deeper than health. Royal history shows visibility shapes power. True. Charles and Diana clashed because Diana outshone his ass. She drew all the attention nationally and internationally. Charles, as an heir, could not stand to be eclipsed. It caused a permanent rupture in their marriage, along with his affair of Camilla Horseface Parker Bowles. After Diana's death, Charles married Camilla, a woman who never rivaled him for public adoration. In fact, but I won't go there, never threatened his spotlight. Charles is a loser. Critics argue that William learned from his father's mistakes, choosing a wife unlikely to eclipse him in the spotlight. That's a good point, actually. By marrying Kate, a woman with no career, no pedigree, or public profile, he ensured he would never be overshadowed. Yikes. Kate's silent restraint, laziness, and lack of independent shine made her the perfect consort in waiting. She steps out when required, plays her part dutifully, but never dominates the stage. This is why she never carried a heavy workload and why she never will. Also, she's 40-something years old. That heifer has never walked. What work is she going to start doing now? Unlike Queen Elizabeth, who is, I have to give props where props are due to that old lady, carried out engagements while battling cancer, or King Charles, who continues working through treatment, as well as millions of ordinary people who must work while ill, Catherine Middleton's cancer story is already positioned as a convenient excuse for doing the sweet fuck all. The public, us, people like us who have 2 brain cells, are supposed to accept this BS, by the way. Why Meghan was treated terribly while Kate was restricted. The history explains why Meghan Sussex faced such fierce rejection. Meghan, by virtue of her career, charisma, race, and presence, naturally drew attention from the institution's chosen heirs. She could not play mute, she refused to dim her light, and the imbalance was impossible to contain, and the only solution was for Harry and Meghan to carry their bags and get the F out. I bet they are smiling in California right now. Now in 2022, the BS continues. William and Kate are moving into an 8-bedroom home Forest Lodge under the guise of privacy. We all know why. The T is William is sleeping with Jason North, and Kate is, well, she gets to keep the life even though they're not living together anymore. That's the T. I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying it's the T. The reality seems clear. Kate continues to do fuck all, with her appearances concentrated on key ceremonial events such as Wimbledon. The palace once have visible enough to uphold the perfect royal family image, but never so prominent that she threatens William's position of doing fuck all. Because William, let's get to William. Popularity without the work. William is popular, I guess, and yet despite her limited role and years of being branded lazy, Kate Middleton apparently tops the most popular royal in 2025 according to YouGov. The population count for this, if I'm sure I could find it, is I'm sure going to be BS once we see it. She holds a 74% favorability rating, higher even than Princess How. That's how I know this is utter and complete BS. The hardest working royal. How does Kate remain so admired when she doesn't do any work or she's never seen? If YouGov is to believe, her popularity comes not from effort or achievement, but carefully curated image making. The palace restricts her visibility because she can't speak and she's an illiterate, to ensure she never outshines William because, well, we've all seen her give a speech, but simultaneously presents her as the perfect consort, graceful, silent, skinny, and emaciated, which apparently is the thing, I guess, and photogenic. It is the core contradiction of the monarchy. Kate must be admired but not too admired, present but not too present. In the end, her role is not to lead, innovate, or outshine. It is to reinforce the heir and remind the public of the hierarchy. So she's useless, and she fits into it perfectly. This is her here. Final thoughts. When it comes to the Duchess, Sussex, and Kate Middleton, their roles could not be more different. Kate was always meant to be the dim wife. Seen nor heard. Again, guys, remember when she gave a speech? Good Lord. Nearly 20 years into royal life, Kate's public presence, public speaking is embarrassing for somebody with her level of education and exposure, with all the palace's resources, and William serving as BAFTA's president. One would think she would have received proper coaching by now. However, she was never chosen for her charisma or her intellect, but her ability to play the part. A compliant, photogenic partner who would never overshadow the heir. This is where Kate becomes a weapon. She is presented as the fair English rose, and all the racist women love her. The Stepford wife who does little but whose mere presence is used to counter Meghan. William does not want Kate to shine too brightly, but he needs her elevated whenever Meghan gains traction. T. That is why we have seen Kate echo Meghan's style, mimic her cadence, even though she can't read and she's an illiterate, and rush out to make announcements to compete with Meghan's project because she's a joke of a woman. It is a deliberate tactic to remind the public that William is heir, and by extension, his useless wife must be portrayed as superior, no matter how, well, mediocre she is. For William and Kate, hierarchy rules. In this worldview, only their heir and his consort matter, and everyone else must dim their light. With Love Meghan releasing on August 24, it will not be shocking if we see Kate finally doing something. I actually look forward to I would drag Kate. Whenever Kate dominates the news cycle, Kate, William's wife, must also take some of the spotlight, even if it requires no effort on her part because hierarchy dictates it. Can you imagine your life being like that? Can you imagine your existence primarily just being beige fresh air? I won't even give her fresh air. She's just beige. She's just there. A 40-something-year-old woman. A mother to a daughter. It's pathetic. What do you guys think? Am I being too harsh on Kate? I don't think I'm being harsh enough. It's just that Kate is so boring. Kate is so boring. A personality is not even worth the effort. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the chat.